All right, what's going on, guys? Minnesota here, and today I have my Game of the Year nominations, my picks for each of the categories. I did this, I think, back in 2021 or 2022. I didn't do it last year, just didn't get around to it, and mainly because I didn't play a lot of the games that were nominated, but I've played a lot more games this year, so I think I'm a little bit more qualified to give my picks. But yeah, let's just jump into it. Let's get started. So, they got the Game of the Year right here at front and center. Got Astrobot, played it on PlayStation, loved it, great game. Balatro, played on PC, another great game, very fun indie card game. Love playing poker, love roguelikes. Kind of combines two of my favorite genres right in with each other. Another fantastic game. Believe it's also the first and so far only game that has been nominated for Game of the Year made by one person. So Local Thunk, Playstack, one of them's the publisher, but whoever the developer is, I think it's Local Thunk, did a fantastic job on it. Black Myth Wukong, Game Science, again, very fun game. It was probably going into 2024 my pick for Game of the Year, just not even playing anything. It was just the game I was most hyped for. But yeah, I had a lot of fun playing Black Myth Wukong. Some of those bosses are very tough, but a lot of them are also very fun to play as well. We have Shadow of the Erdtree here, the expansion for Elden Ring. Elden Ring, again, was a monolith game, kind of, I don't want to say revolutionized, but kind of revolutionized a lot. Was a huge pick in 2022, as most people know. One Game of the Year in 2022. Yeah, I love Shadow of the Erdtree. I put hundreds of hours into Elden Ring, and probably 100 of them come from Shadow of the Erdtree. So yeah, very fun game. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is the only game from the 6th year that I have not played. I have played the remake of the new trilogy, I guess I should say, on PC, but I'm waiting for Rebirth to come out on PC before I play it. And then we have Metaphor ReFantazio from Studio Zero, Atlas, Sega. If you know the Persona games, kind of made by them, or it is made by them, by Studio Atlas. All these games here, I think, deserve to be here, minus maybe Shadow of the Erdtree. I know there's a little bit of a controversy because it's a DLC, and they didn't really make an exception. It was always a rule, but yeah, listen, if this was Elden Ring 2, it would have my pick any day of the week. I love Shadow of the Erdtree, but I can't in good conscience pick it. I think it kind of takes up a spot that a few other games could have, mainly like Silent Hill 2, Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, Warhammer Space Marine 2. There's a ton of other games that I think could have taken this spot besides Shadow of the Erdtree. So with that being said, I think my pick, I narrowed it down to either Black Myth Wukong or Metaphor ReFantazio, but I think I have to vote for Metaphor ReFantazio for my Game of the Year. It's just an RPG that really speaks with me. It has a lot of great storylines, great writing, great combat, great direction, great art. I love everything about this game. I haven't finished it yet. I'm pretty close to. But yeah, Metaphor ReFantazio is my front runner for Game of the Year, and I really hope it wins. All right, let's move on to the next category. Best Game Direction, awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. All right, so I think it's the exact same games again. What do I think has the best game direction? Outstanding creative vision and innovation in a game direction and design. So innovation and direction is kind of like the two adjectives I'm looking for here. Astrobot, I think, was a very fun arcadey style game. It kind of brought you back to the old school, like PS1, PS2, maybe original Xbox 360 kind of platformer-ish type games, even though it's not really a platformer, it's 3D. But it was really fun. I don't know if it necessarily innovated a lot, but I think it really just took the genre and the goal that it had and made it kind of the best way possible. Balatro, now this is a game that is definitely innovative. Taking a card game and making it a roguelike with all the power-ups and jokers that you can get. This is actually a pretty innovative game. I don't know many other Again, I haven't played many card games, like virtual card games, maybe like Gwent and Witcher, but Balatro kind of takes old school poker, Texas Hold'em, and I mean that game's been played for 100 years and puts a twist on it, which I think is really cool. Black Myth Wukong had an innovation in terms of, I guess, going with the Chinese mythology with Sun Wukong and Journey to the West, and I think it was fun. I think it really executed what it was trying to do very well. It definitely had probably the best graphic fidelity of any game on this list. But it was kind of just more of a boss rushy game with some lore tied in, not detracting from it by any means, but it was I'm not sure it necessarily innovated that much. Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, again, definitely Elden Ring was an innovation in the RPG, in the Souls-like, and just it kind of innovated so much when it came out. But again, I don't think I can, in good conscience, vote for something that I don't think should be up here in the first place. So I can't give it to Elden Ring, although it did innovate quite a bit. The Shadow of the Erdtree, I guess I shouldn't say Shadow of the Erdtree innovated a lot, but Elden Ring, when it came out in 2022, absolutely innovated a ton. I can't vote on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth because, again, I haven't played it. Metaphor ReFantazio, however, I think did innovate a ton in the RPG genre, in its style for the semi-open world, the dungeons, the dialogue, the characters, the art direction. Again, I'm kind of repeating a lot what I said for my pick for Game of the Year, but I really think that this is a game that should be a lot more popular than it is. I think 5-10 years down the line, people will go back and just see how fantastic and how amazing this game was. So I think I'm going to pick it for best direction as well. That being said, I think Balatro probably would have had my best best game direction had Metaphor not been on there. I actually think I would have picked it. Best narrative for outstanding storytelling, narrative development in a game. Final Fantasy VII can't vote, never played. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, again, can't vote, never played. Same with Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, never played. So it really comes down to Metaphor and Silent Hill 2. Both of these I have played. I did play the original Silent Hill back, I want to say 2013, 2014. And again, I'm a little conflicted in voting for Silent Hill 2 just because it's a story we've already seen before. At least the rest of these, they're original stories. I know Final Fantasy VII Rebirth did change a decent amount from the original, but it's still kind of basing it off of the original. I don't know. I think I have to vote for Metaphor again, just because it's the only one that is brand new and actually, don't get me wrong, it does have a very, very compelling, unique, and grandiose story that has a lot of kind of introspective themes on racism and politics and monarchies and corruption in government. I think it really tells its story very well, so I got to go with Metaphor once again. Best art direction. Okay, I have played all of these. Niva, I have not. I'm sorry. I've played all these besides Niva. I really, really do like the art direction of all of these games. At first, I kind of want to pick Metaphor for art direction, but I'm not sure if I'm so sure about this right away now. I'm not going to pick... I think it's between Astrobot and Metaphor. I really like the art direction that Astrobot had in its different worlds, the different planets or galaxies that you explore, the themes of all of them, how vibrant the colors were. I think I am going to pick Astrobot for this. I think I am. Yeah. I'm picking Astrobot for best art direction, best score and music. I really don't think I can give it to anything else besides Metaphor. The soundtrack in Metaphor. Well, let me just go through all these really quick. Astrobot, again, it was cute. It had some cute music, cute sounds. I liked it. I think it complemented the game very well. Final Fantasy VII, I've listened to the actual soundtrack of this game. It's fantastic. Again, all of these soundtracks here are phenomenal. The only one I actually don't like as much, I really like the Silent Hill 2, the original soundtrack, more than Silent Hill 2, the remake soundtrack. Mostly because of the compression and kind of the distortion and kind of not more of like how old timey it sounded compared to how good in stereo the new soundtrack sounded. In my opinion, I think the original actually did that a little bit better. And Stellar Blade, I haven't played yet. I think it's one that I will play eventually, maybe if it comes to PC. But the orchestral and like choir chanting sounds of Metaphor ReFantazio were just so good. I have to vote for it for best music. Best audio design. Oh, I already am picking Silent Hill 2. I'm going to go through all of these, but I even said, I was telling my friend, I was streaming it to him in Discord, the sounds in this game are so good. They're fantastic. You don't know where an enemy's coming from in a good way. It adds to that horror factor, the creepiness. I have to vote for Silent Hill 2 for this. I never played Hellblade 2. Call of Duty, I didn't play this one this year, and I never played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but Astrobot I did play. I think all of these probably have great sound design, but really, Silent Hill 2 sound design really popped out for me. I really liked it. All right. Best performance. We have Brianna White for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I wish they told what character that they played. Brianna White, I mean, I'm guessing she either plays Aerith or Tifa. I think she plays Tifa, I imagine, but maybe I'm right. Hannah Tell or Hannah Telly, Life is Strange Double Exposure. I never played. Humberly Gonzalez for Star Wars Outlaws. I never played. Luke Roberts for Silent Hill 2, and then Sensuous Melina Jurgens for Sensuous Saga Hellblade 2. Again, Silent Hill 2 is the only one that I played here, and Luke Roberts did a fantastic job portraying James Sunderland. It's not only because I'm voting for James because we both have the same first name, but yeah, Luke is great. I loved his portrayal of James. Innovation and accessibility. Wow, this is going to be a tough pick because the only one I played is Dragon Age Veilguard, and I haven't really even played much of it. I don't doubt that all of these have innovated in accessibility in some sort of way, but really, only one I can pick is Dragon Age Veilguard. I'm sure it has a lot of accessibility features. Unfortunately, I'm somebody that doesn't really need all those accessibility features, but I think it's great that games continue to innovate in that area because everybody deserves to play video games. Games for Impact. I have, unfortunately, played none of these. I'd be interested to learn more about them, but none of these came up on my radar for this year. The only one that actually kind of did was Sensuous Saga Hellblade 2, but after reading reviews, I was a little disappointed in how short the story was, so I might pick it up later when it's on sale. But I'm sure all these games are great, but I'm going to have to move on to the next category. Best ongoing. I think... Wow, I think the only ones that can really come down to is Fortnite and Helldivers 2. I think Fortnite it's incredible how far it's come and how amazing and innovative it's been with collabing with so many just pop cultural icons. I did like playing OG Fortnite earlier this year when it came back. Myself and my friends, we played a ton of that. For the month or two it was out. It was a ton of fun. I loved OG Fortnite. I haven't played Destiny 2 in a while. I haven't played Diablo 4 in a while. I haven't played Final Fantasy 14 ever. So it's going to come down to Fortnite or Helldivers 2, but I think I'm going to pick Helldivers 2 actually. I think it deserves this award. I've played a little bit here and there every once in a while, but I really liked the idea of Helldivers 2, and it really had a big impact earlier this year, and I think it's kept that momentum going. Best community support. No Man's Sky, Helldivers 2, Fortnite, Final Fantasy 14, or Baldur's Gate 3 recognizes a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, including social media activity and games updates, patches. All of these, it's gonna be tough. No Man's Sky, I think they win this award like every year just because they're that great at it. But I think I'm gonna have to vote for Baldur's Gate 3 for this one. I really love their social media team. I love Swen. He really seems like he enjoys the game and the community and interacting with them, and just the kind of like unseriousness, but at the same time, being upfront and formal with discussion of patch notes, and also giving modding tools to the community. I think Baldur's Gate 3 definitely deserves to win this category, or at least my vote. Best independent game. I really wanted to play UFO 50. This is something I think I'm going to get during either the autumn or winter sale. I have not played it yet. Same with Neva. Now that's in 2 categories. I think I'll have to check it out. And L'Oreal and the Laser Eyes. This is another one that I really wanted to play, but I never got around to. But I think I will end up eventually playing all of these games. Balatro and Animal Well are the only 2 that I have played. I think they're both fantastic. I really love the Castlevania, or not, the Metroidvania style of Animal Well, and I love the poker aspect of Balatro, but I think I'm going to vote for Balatro. I just like that game a little bit more. I think it was very fun. Best debut indie game. Ooh, okay. The Plucky Squire and Pacific Drive I have not played. Manor Lords I have played. Balatro I played. Animal Well I have played. Best debut by a new independent studio. Again, I think I have to pick Balatro for this one. Best mobile game. I do not play any mobile games. I am almost positive Zenless Zone Zero is going to win this one. I just see clips of this everywhere. And AFK Journey, I remember earlier this year, it was for like a solid 4 months. Every single YouTube ad I got was for AFK Journey. I have never played it. I've never downloaded it. And I know Pokemon, I know a lot of people are talking about this one, but Balatro, even though I play it on mobile, I still hope it wins because, I love Balatro. Best AR/VR. I cannot, unfortunately, vote for any of these games, but I do hope that Batman Arkham Shadow wins. If I ever get VR, this would be a game that I would love to play. Oh, and Metroid had a game. I didn't even know that. Yeah, I can't vote in this category, unfortunately, so don't play any VR. Best action game. Ooh. I think I'm going to have to pick. I played all of these besides Stellar Blade. Excuse me. I have not played Call of Duty Black Ops 6 either. So Helldivers 2, Warhammer Space Marine 2, and Black Myth Wukong. I think out of all of these, though, I had the most fun with Black Myth Wukong. It had a lot of cool combat. Warhammer was fun. I think it was a little one-dimensional-ish in its combat. I think Helldivers 2 and Black Myth Wukong just innovated or a little bit more diverse in their combat expertise. Not saying I didn't have fun with Warhammer Space Marine 2. I definitely did have a lot of fun with it, and with Helldivers 2, but I think I had the most fun with Black Myth Wukong. Best action adventure game. Ooh. Is Silent Hill 2 really considered an action adventure game? Huh. Best action adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzles and solving. Astrobot, Prince of Persia, Lost Crown. This is another game I do want to play. Silent Hill 2. So I played 3 of these. It would probably come down between Astrobot and Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, but I was thoroughly surprised with how much I enjoyed Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I think this was a fantastic game. Had some really cool puzzles. Was a joy to play. And that final part of the game, I don't want to spoil it, but the final section, level, dungeon, whatever you want to call it, was so fun and so cool with how they innovated. I really hope we get more sections like that in future Zelda games. So, yeah, I'm going with Zelda for this one. Best RPG. I can just look at the 5 here and know I'm already going to vote for Metaphor ReFantazio. Dragon's Dogma 2, I think, was a pretty big letdown, unfortunately, for myself. I did not have as much fun with the game as I thought I was going to. I kind of dropped it after 20 hours. I might come back to it later, but I remember I was really hyped for that game when it came out in February or so when it released. But I did not have as much fun with it. Elden Ring, I probably would pick if Metaphor wasn't here and if it was Elden Ring 2. But I can't pick Shadow of the Erdtree, and I never played Final Fantasy VII or Like a Dragon. So, Metaphor it is, again. Best fighting. I'm surprised they don't have multiverses up here. Oh, oh my gosh, jeez. It's right in front of me. I just didn't recognize because of the Powerpuff Girls. I played a little bit of multiverses. I never played Tekken. Never played Mar. I never played any of these, but Multiverses actually I've had a little bit of fun with, so I will pick Multiverses. Best family game. Ooh, I think this has to be Super Mario Party Jamboree, mostly because this is like the only game that I've played on here. I played Mario Party Jamboree, Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, and Astrobot. This is the only one that I played that you can play with multiple people. Of these three. So yeah, it has to be this. You can't play Astrobot with two people. It's not multiplayer. You can't play Echoes of Wisdom with two. Can you? I'm pretty sure you can. I'm like 99% sure you can for these three at least. I never played Princess Peach Showtime and I never played Plucky. But yeah, I'm definitely going with Mario Party Jamboree. Best Sim strategy. Ooh. Frostpunk is a game that I do want to play eventually. I did play Mana Lords. I actually really like Mana Lords. I think it's a very fun game. Unicorn Overlord. And I haven't played the rest of these. Frostpunk is one game I will play eventually, but Mana Lords is the only one here, so I'm going to vote for it. Sports racing. I don't really play much sport or racing games, so I'm going to have to skip this one. Best multiplayer. Okay. Ooh, Warhammer actually was pretty fun multiplayer. I think Call of Duty or Helldivers. This actually is a little bit more tough than I thought. I saw Warhammer right away, and I was like, oh, I like the operations or the missions that you can do with other people and the PvP. But actually, I might pick Helldivers 2 for this. Multiplayer game design, co-op. Yeah, I think I'm going to pick Helldivers 2. I think I'm picking Helldivers 2. I think it deserves that. Best adaptation. Oh, this by far has to be Arcane, correct? Fallout was fantastic. I love Fallout. Great TV show. But this has to be. Oh, wait. Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft. Wow, I have not seen this one. Is this recent? I'm going to have to check this out because that actually looks really interesting. I did not know they had a Tomb Raider anime TV show. I'll have to check it out. Fallout was fantastic, but I've been having a ton of fun watching Arcane. I haven't seen Season 2 yet, but I'm sure Season 2 is just as good as Season 1. So I'm going to pick Arcane. Most anticipated game. Oh, this one has to be GTA 5 or GTA 6, right? There's no question. It's not GTA 6. I'm anticipating all of these games besides maybe Monster Hunter. I might check it out. I played Monster Hunter Worlds and I did like it. I just didn't play that much of it, but I might play Wilds. Metroid Prime 4 is going to be fantastic. Ghost of Yoti, it's Yodai. That's going to be fantastic. Death Stranding 2, I think is going to be fantastic, but it's Grand Theft Auto 6. There is zero chance that game doesn't win. Content Creator of the Year. The only one that I've kind of watched of these, I've watched Typical Gamer a little bit, but it's got to be Queso. Yeah. Queso is fantastic. I love him. Best esport game. Well, it's definitely not Mobile Legends. Bang. I'm sorry to the fans of that. I shouldn't be insulting. I went to the DreamHack Dallas earlier this year in June to watch Counter-Strike, where G2 won with Stewie 2K as a stand-in. That was very fun. Valorant, I feel like 2024 Valorant wasn't as fun to watch as previous years. And I don't really watch Dota 2 or League as much, so I think I gotta pick CS2. Best esport athlete, I think it's gotta be Faker, right? Him winning is it his 4th or 5th Worlds? LXCB winning his major earlier this year was pretty cool too. And ZywOo has been on a pretty big tear. A little bit of a step down from 2023. Both these guys would be cool, but I think it's got to be Faker. I think you got to vote for him. Best esport team. It's either T1 or League. Wow, 3 of these teams are League? Jeez. I think it's going to be T1 or Na'Vi. Na'Vi winning that major with LXCB. That was actually pretty cool to watch. But I think I'll vote for T1. Because the little league I did watch was Worlds in the semis and the finals. So I think I'm going to vote for T1. And round 1 open. Wait, what? For each round. Oh, player's voice. Oh, wait. Um, sure. Okay, whatever. I'll get nominated for this December 2nd, 5th, 9th. All right. So yeah, that is my vote for those are my votes for game of the year. The only ones I couldn't vote for was best VR AR, best sport racing and games for impact. Those are the only games that I didn't play at least one. I can download my vote card. Let's look at this. Oh, this is actually cool. Oh, this is actually sick. I love this. I love that they added this. That's actually awesome. Do they have that in previous years? Um, that's awesome. Yeah, so this is my vote card for game of the year. I'm really happy with my choices. I really hope Metaphor ReFantazio wins in those categories, especially for game of the year because I think it's fantastic. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. If you enjoyed my picks, if you enjoyed this video, oh wait, you can't even see it. I'm so sorry. Can't even see it because I have it on window capture, not display capture. Wait, what? Why can't you see it? Here, let me. I'm sorry. Display capture. Display capture. There we go. Okay. Here is my vote card. Now you can actually see it. So yeah, these are my votes for game of the year. As you can see, all the ones that I have here. I did not pick in just 3 categories. It was just these 3 right here. So yeah, I hope the ones I picked win. You know. But yeah, thanks to everybody watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I have a few projects in the work. One is a really, really big one. It's gonna be taken. It's taken me a while to complete, and probably won't be complete until I'm hoping before Christmas, end of Thanksgiving, something like that. Yeah, it's gonna be a big video, my biggest ever, probably 2 to 3 hours if I'm estimating right now. But yeah, that's it for me. Until next time, I will see you all later.